Now we're gonna just ignore the hose that it's all over the ground and just focus on the plants, because the hose is there for a purpose, y'all. We gotta keep wetting these plants because otherwise they are going to be suffocated. Most of them are gonna die. So I came out here this morning. Today is gonna be 107. Right now it's about what, 85, and it's early in the morning, so I'm gonna take my butt back inside. But what I came out here to show you guys is some of my pots. I wanted to give you guys an update on the pots because although the heat is so much, the pots are looking so beautiful. And every single time I go on vacation or I take some time off, the heat messes with them, but once they get some water, they bounce back. I don't know what this time around is gonna look like, but once I get back from vacation, I'm gonna know. I don't want to say when I'm going and when I'm coming back because, you know, it's the internet. You know what I mean? So, in the meantime, what I'm going to do is keep putting water so that they're soaked and saturated very well. So that, I mean, when I'm gone, it's going to have a few days and I'm going to pray for rain. I'm going to really pray for rain. Okay, so we're going to start over here with the sweet potato vine and all the plants that is in here, all the animals that is in here. Now, the rest of plants, really and truly, because of the heat, it's been struggling. And because this pot is so small and so shallow, the water is drying out pretty fast. So as I continue to put water, the vine is looking beautiful. Some of the flowers are looking really nice, but it's a struggle for these two pots once they don't get enough water, you know. And I know I have to cut back on all that, but y'all, it's been too hot to actually come out here and stand up and trim back stuff and all of that. I'm gonna get it done, but at a different time, y'all. At a different time. Maybe by the time I'm ready to trim it, I'm ready to take it out and put something else. Because if I don't keep up with these two pots especially, the heat takes them. So, but right now they look beautiful. Although they look very untrained, they look really nice. You know, the vine is what makes it look nice. You know what I mean? Going right down the stairs, like cascading down here. It looks really nice, but clearly it needs to be cut back some and it could look better. And when I come over here, the supertunias over here is doing so good with the black vine as well. The boxwood in the middle is putting on new growth, so it is doing very good as well. You can see that close up. There's a lot of new growth on the boxwood. I have some more plants back here. This is a rung on the back side, and all of it is doing really, really good. Now, to tell you all the name of the plants in here, I don't remember. Lord knows I don't remember, but like I said, they're all are doing really good. I just remember the supertunia and the vine. And I could see the supertunias are peeping out here, although it's all the way to the front. Also, the Japanese beetle, you can see on the vine that they're decimating the leaves, but because there's so many leaves, if you're from a distance, you can't really see it. You gotta come up close. See that? You gotta come up close to notice what's going on. And the other one is the same thing. Same thing. Looking pretty as usual. These pots are really full. I'm very happy of the way I planted them up, because they just look so good. looking at them from a distance. When I'm coming out the stairs, it looks so pretty, and when I'm going down the stairs, they look really nice as well. Down here, I got the ferns, and I got two ferns that's been struggling a little bit because of the heat, and some more plants in there. You know me, I'm gonna say some more plants because I can't remember the name, but if you do, great, that would be awesome. But right now, I came out here to show you guys, but I don't remember the name of some of these plants. All the vistas, petunia and vistas. This little basket here is doing well. I haven't fertilized anything for the last, I gotta say, month and a half. I haven't put in any fertilizer because I feel like there's no need to right now with this heat. The basket, the spiller and thrillers that I wanted in this basket has done me really nice. It looks very nice. I really enjoy this space right here. Yesterday it was basically dried up until I put water, and then it kind of flushed back a little bit. But this probably needs some fertilizer in order to get some more blooms. But if I have time, I will put some fertilizer on them. If not, I'll just leave it alone. But from this direction, these plants are doing really good. All of these, the boxwood, the arborvitae, the plum, this plum tree, I had one plum on it, y'all. One plum. And the heat and the wind took that one plum. But it's okay. It's okay. This corner still looks really nice. Really, really nice. So when you come over here by these two pots here, this is looking very full and exciting right over here. These are petunias as well. These, I buy the whole set just like this. I didn't have to put any plants. I just took it out of one pot that I got from Lowe's, put it in here and put some soil, and that was it. But these two pots has always been doing really good. And I guess because the fertilizer really holds in this pot, it doesn't drain as fast as the other pots. So this one holds a little bit of moisture. So I guess with the little bit of moisture that it holds, whenever I fertilize it, it just keeps going. So that's really good with these two right here, because they always look so pretty. The little pot up there in my pollinated garden is doing really good. Let me go around to the front. This is the pollinated. Some of the stuff are still in bloom and doing really good. This hedge here, the rabbits have been messing with this hedge, so it hasn't been doing so great. The rabbits have been messing with a lot of stuff for the past few days. And I put down a little bit of repellent just a few days ago. So I hope. Now when you come over here, of course we got some blooms on the hydrangeas. That is looking really nice on this end. Everything that is in bloom is looking really good. The sun is over here, so hopefully you can still see clearly. Those beautiful blooms. Exciting. Exciting. Yes. And there's a whole lot new blooms are coming. I got one over there. What I gotta do during the fall, I gotta give some of these plants some space, because what I realize is some of them are so close. The others don't have room to kind of like spread out and really give me a show. So I'm definitely gonna have to shift some of the plants before I put any bulbs down. I'm gonna shift some of the plants so that some of these plants have space. So normally during the fall I would go and buy the plants that I want and put in the ground. This time around I'm gonna just shop in my yard, because there's so many plants that I need to shift around and give space. I'm gonna have to move some things, and I'm gonna need space to put others. So that's gonna be the plan. The only thing I think I will go out and buy during this fall is ground cover. Some of the ground cover that I need to put in some places, that's what I'm gonna do. The two pots over there is doing good as well. Let me go over there. Yep, these guys are doing well in the shade, but there's not much blooms on them right now, because I actually deadheaded this one while we were sitting here on the bench in the afternoon with my dog. Over here you got a few blooms, which looks really nice because it makes this side of the pot look really nice. Yep. Looking at the garden from this direction looks really, really nice. So this is the first time in about almost 3 years I've seen this. I can't remember. I don't think it's a lilac. What is this again? So this is one of the crepe myrtles as well. I just looked it up. I thought it was a lilac in the beginning, but it's not. It's a crepe myrtle. But this is the first time I've really seen bloom on it. And this bloom is kind of fading out because it's been blooming for a little while. But you can see how much of the, oh God, what's that white dust called? Powdery mildew. Powdery mildew is on the leaves, and with this heat, look at that. Yeah. So there's a lot of blooms on it that is fighting to come out. Like, for instance, right here. But because of the powdery mildew, it's struggling. So I don't want to say this year, but I think next season when I cut it back and everything, I really gotta keep up with the spraying for powdery mildew, because what happens is all these crepe myrtles here gets a little bit of powdery mildew. This don't get it that bad. It's not bad on these, but it's bad on this one. Now over here you can see the pink blooms are starting to come out, and that's because they're getting more sunlight than they normally get, and so the blooms are coming out. Because in the past you may get 1 or 2 blooms, but you don't get much, because it's always like shaded, and since my neighbor cut her trees, this area has been getting a lot more sunlight. So that's why I'm getting the blooms on this, which is very exciting because I always want to see these trees like really bloom and shine, and so I'm getting that now, which is again very exciting. Yeah. During the fall, what I'm gonna do is clip them back a little bit so they're always contained to a certain size. I don't want them to get extremely big and kind of like block the hole here, because if it gets too big, it's gonna block the sunlight that is coming from this area right here that helps with the garden down here. So I don't want that to happen. My neighbors already have very big trees up here, so I don't want to shade mine. Now, if it gets to the point that theirs is being shading the sunlight, then I'm going to have to just allow these to grow. But I like cutting them back so that they don't get the powdery mildew, and it grows really thick whenever we cut them back. So, yeah, whenever we leave them alone, we're in for, you know, a hard spring, summer. But a bee. Oh, yeah, if we don't cut them back, we're in for a hard one. But if we cut them back, it gets pretty easy, so that's good. Oh, the bees are around here, y'all. See, there's so many blooms that is gonna come out here. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it. Let's go closer on one. Look at that. Yeah, there's so many blooms. So, and there's blooms on all of them. So I know this is gonna be full with blooms. Possibly when I'm on vacation or so, it's gonna be full with blooms. But if I come back and happen to catch it, I'm definitely gonna video it so you guys can see. Another thing is the 4 pots that is in my vegetable garden, which is what I call the center stage of my vegetable garden. These pots are doing so good. The annuals at the bottom of them, some of them are doing great and some of them there's a little struggle. I think next year I'm not gonna put anything at the bottom here. I'm gonna put the flowers in the garden bed because it's kind of like, I don't know, like it needs to be free. Like the hollies that are in these pots are so big, like it needs to stay open and free. Now there's a lot of new growth and I can't cut them back until the fall and then spring again. But there's, if you can see, there's like, they just look scraggly, and that's because of a lot of new growths. So I think next year what I'm going to do is cut them really good. Cut at the bottom. Make sure the pot, well, during the fall, make sure the pot have enough soil to cover the root balls. Trim them up really good, and hoping by spring it looks, you know, beautiful, like a nice little round ball. I'm going to do that during the fall. And I'm going to do it early fall so that I'm not out here when it's cold trying to clean stuff up, you know. I hope this fall I don't have a lot of leaves to clean up. Since some of the trees are gone, I'm gonna hope that, you know, we got a minimum of leaves to clean up. I don't know. I might be talking through my nose here because I have a lot of big trees in my yard, and they're all deciduous trees, so everybody dropped their leaves. So yeah, might be talking through my nose on that one. Anyway, really good, really good. Everything is looking really good. Again, the rabbits came into my yard. They eat all the Swiss chard over on this end. This is the section that I harvest my potatoes. Over here I harvest onion, but I didn't put anything in this space. Over here is where I harvest garlic, but I put some sunflowers and some zinnias in here, and as you can see, it's coming up really good. Over in this bed, Sometimes when we go through stuff, we got to go through the good and the bad. But in this bed here, I had zucchini and cucumbers and stuff, and I think they got mildew and just everything fall down. So I just have to pull them out. I get quite a few cucumbers. I didn't get much zucchini. I think I got about 2 zucchini off of both plants. So there's not much there, and it kind of like took everything else with it, with the mildew. And it's okay. It's okay. You win some, you lose some. So I gotta find a day that I'm gonna come out here and just clean all of this up and at least have space. Well, clearly I have a lot of space that I can plant for the fall. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just keep cleaning up space. I'm not gonna use everything during the fall. I wish I could have put some more flower seeds in some of these beds, but it's okay. It's all right. If I can find some more zinnias, maybe I can. It may not be too late to put zinnias, or if it is, I'll just leave it alone. You know, maybe some fall flowers. Time will tell. Because y'all, it is hard to come out here. It's hard to come out here when it's this hot. Now under this tree, which is the apple tree, and so far it's doing good. But again, I didn't get anything from this tree, you know. Hopefully next year, we'll see, hopefully. But under this tree is where I have the ground cover. And I know that I'm gonna just raise up the ground cover and just put pieces back because it got so thick and nice, which is good. So I'm gonna take some of that and put it in other spaces that it can actually spread and look beautiful. But this covered and it looked really pretty. Yeah, when this starts to bloom during the spring, it looks so nice, so nice. Over here I got the hydrangea is coming out over here, and pretty soon I'm gonna have a lot of blooms. I feel like I put hydrangeas in corners that really fit them perfectly, but it took over the space. Like it really took over the space. Like this hydrangea just took over this space. Hydrangeas needs to be in places that you will get such a show of them. You know what I mean? Anyway, I like that this is doing really good and blooming, or coming into its bloom. There's no irrigation run here, but I believe the water from that bed over there kind of like sweep down over here, and that's how this one gets water. So I'm never worried about it. During the heat of the summer, I'm never worried about it because the water from over there kind of drains down over here as well. So yeah, anyway, we're back to where we started, which is over here right by the stairs. I just wanted to come out here and really give you guys an update as to how these are doing, at least before they start flopping. Okay, I want to have a record that when I planted it, it looked beautiful. It did what it needed to do. It understood the assignment. This corner understood the assignment, okay? Yeah, and that was the goal over here. So anyway, that's going to be it for me today. I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you guys are staying out of this heat because it is not nice out here. And I realize every time I come up here, I tend to talk about the heat a lot. And for somebody that loves the heat, I guess I shouldn't be talking about it this much. But y'all, it's hot, hot, hot. It's hot. Anyway, you guys have an amazing day. Hope you get a chance to do something amazing, something beautiful. And I will catch you all in my next video. Bye for now.